normal day, I stop after each task. I brush my teeth, and I'd turn around here and just daydream. I was born in 1949, and it was a happy time. Dogs could roam free, kids could roam free. You didn't have to be worried about locking the doors or anything in those days. I joined the National Guard. I went down and took my physical and everything and joined the National Guard. Then I went away to basic training. It was hard to get into the National Guard in those days because everybody was trying to get into the National Guard to keep from going to Vietnam. Turns out to be about a 2-hour task, just to do these 5-minute things. I got out of the Guard in 1974. I got about 3 hairs up there. They're starting to stick up here on the side. And then I saw an advertisement in the paper for Plymouth and Brockton Street Railway, driving coaches and buses. Now for some stinky stuff. So I use the guard. Aftershave. Stinky stuff, as my boy used to call it. Because I needed that. It was no life for a family guy. So I quit that and got a job driving a truck again, locally. So it was a daytime job. So that's my work history. Stayed driving the truck until I came down with the MS. It's a funny story how I was diagnosed. I went on, my daughter was 2, my son hadn't been born yet, and my daughter was 2, and we had gone on a little mini vacation. I put on so much weight that I have to buy extra large clothes so that at least they fit over me. And not too hard to put on. But even these are getting tight. I'm gonna have to go to 3XL pretty soon. I woke up the next morning, I was completely blind in my right eye. I was completely blind. I went to an eye doctor. And he came in, he had me look at the machine and everything, and he came in, he says, well, I think you've got MS. And I told him, I said, gee, you know, I drive a truck for a living. So he said, well, I suggest you get another occupation. see all these advertisements for the weight loss, and I see one of them is all you got to do is walk. I had a motorcycle accident in 1981. It was a bad motorcycle accident, and my leg was cut in half, and they put it back together. It was broken tibia, fibula, and skin grafts, and they put it all back together with a big Hoffman apparatus, where they had to tighten the bolts and everything. And they put that back together, and that took a year. I was out of work for a year. I was diagnosed in 1985. The MS started getting worse, and I started having to walk with a cane. So I was driving the trailer truck with a cane. And they used to see me when I came into South Boston, the post office. I'd have to get out of the truck and use the cane. I went to a seminar for MS, and they were talking about aquatic exercise. So I signed up for it at the South Shore Hospital. And what they did was they give you a series of exercises to do, and then they take it down to the pool, and you do it in the pool. You do the exercises in the pool. I said, oh boy, what would I give to be able to walk and just walk off the weight? That'd be great. It's things you dream about in this position. So we were in there one day, me and this other fellow, we were pretty friendly, Paul, and then I hear another voice come in. This lady. So she came in, and she had MS. So she got in the pool, and we introduced ourselves, and she was beautiful. And I met Marianne, and Marianne and I bought this condo in Weymouth, and that was in 1997. So I stopped working in 2002, and we've been together 24 hours a day since then. She had a bad attack in 2005, where her lungs collapsed, and she ended up in the hospital for a long time, and they gave her a tracheotomy, and she had a ventilator. She almost died.
Now, tell me about the time where you were in the hospital for about 6 months. What were you thinking then?
Oh, for 6 years? No. Oh, it was awful. John would come up and visit me, and I was so glad to see him. I would hold his hand, and that's all that I could do. And I was just so miserable in the hospital.
We got her home here. She has to have 24 hours a day care. So we found this agency, PSA, that caters to ventilators and trachs.
How old were you when you were diagnosed with MS?
Oh, I was 36. It was really brutal. It slowly came on, just steps at a time. Couldn't do this, couldn't do that, and now it's taken over my body altogether. I can't move a finger, I can't do anything. I have the girls to do everything for me.
It's a pretty good setup we've got here. It's not too bad. Not too bad, as long as we've got each other.
I fell in love with them right away.
So I stay right with her. I have to stay right with her. Well, keep her company. She's stuck there.
You're still very much in love with Dad?
Yes, every day, every minute, He's the love of my life. And I can't live without him.
And you guys are still very much in love?
Oh, sure. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're soulmates.